On the tee, Nick Faldo, 5 majors, but at Brookline in 1988. Curtis Strange, the man he's playing today, beat him in a playoff for the US Open title. You join us there with Nick Faldo teeing off on time. Concorde has just flown over. Still up there, you can see Faldo looking at it. And on the tee, Curtis Strange. And well, Bill, you were saying important for Strange to play well in this match. Captain's choice against a captain's choice.
That's exactly right. I think this is not only just for the match, for the team, for everything. This is important for Curtis Strange, the man. And man has a lot of pride and a lot of fortitude, and he's going to be trying as hard as he can try today. He started off good. Both players in great shape. This is the match that I think is going to be really, really tight today.
Nick Faldo's second shot to the first in game number 8.
Obviously, Curtis Strange didn't hit too good a second shot there, but he's made a good recovery. Excellent, excellent shot.
Faldo for a half against Strange at the first.
Nick Faldo, all square with Curtis Strange. They've halved the first 2 holes.
I can hear Renton Laidlaw's favorite blimp overhead. Good shot from behind for Nick Faldo on the third.
Again, a good shot. Although he lost that final 4-ball, there were plenty of positive things for Nick Faldo to take out of that match. He was getting stronger and stronger as the match went on, and he actually played 18 as well as he could.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll tell you, I'd jump out on a limb and say that Nick's got his swing back. But if he's really hitting his irons on the button now, and if we think back even yesterday, for those of you who watched the telecast, his iron shots were much more online, and you know, he's finishing with the ball below the hole, right where he wants it, and he looks just a lot more confident about the way things are going now. Not slumping around or sulking around. He's just looks like altogether a different person out there. Curtis has been leaving these iron shots to the right. Pretty good shot, though.
Maybe Nick Faldo has slightly the easier putt, but 2 fine tee shots, no doubt about it.
Both are in great shape.
Used to say of Nick Faldo, if you wanted someone to compile a round of 18 pars for your life, he'd be the man.
Boy, he's really hit this one firm.
Curtis Strange now for a birdie at the third.
Extremely quick putt.
Not one he could really attack.
No, not at all.
Well, Faldo made his putt. That was on tape, and they walked to the 4th tee all square.
Nick Faldo with a par putt here, and once again relying on Fanny Sunison to help him with the line. Fifth hole, and you see he walks away again. He's so uneasy. I thought that the way he played the closing holes yesterday in the 4 balls, he'd got everything back again, and we might see him come out here in the singles and be an impressive and dominant figure, but sadly it's not working out that way, as the little girl from Sweden helps him with the line. They got it
There
right.
you go, Nick. Well stroked.
She can help him with the line, Bill, but she can't putt the ball. He's got to do that, and that was a good putt to hole there for par. They've been a good partnership, and he relies a lot on her. She keeps him calm on the golf course.
Playing his second shot up the hill. Pretty easy chip shot, really. Oh, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable what we are seeing today. That was for a 2.
Nick Faldo. A putt to halve the hole at the 8th, so Faldo is not doing as well as Gallagher hoped, but he holds that one again, and we've seen him a couple of times hold good putts for halves. Poor old Nick Faldo gets some spots, doesn't he?
Feet way down in the bunker, ball up, tough shot. This is brilliant, brilliant. Nick Faldo.
Every time you know there's something, he's just not happy. You know, he makes me uneasy. But he's holding again. I tell you this, he's holding putts.
He certainly is, confidently, and I think we've noticed that Fanny's been there to line him up, and it's working right now, so that's good for Nick.
This was Curtis Strange at 11, and that was for the win over Nick Faldo.
Curtis feeling it right now, and that's good. Oh, Nick Faldo out of the bunker, not much green to work with. Difficult shot.
Well, all around the course, people holding out of bunkers, holding chips, but not Nick Faldo.
So Nick Faldo and Curtis Strange could prove to be a very decisive game. If Nick Faldo could turn that one around for the Europeans, that would suit Bernard Gallagher. Curtis Strange, of course, was Lanny Watkins' pick, and Curtis Strange doesn't want to let Lanny Watkins down, so it will not be easy for Faldo. Sam Torrance has got to hang on against Lauren Roberts. He's missed a couple of putts, Sam, which would have put him 2 up. Bernard Langer looks to have lost to Corey Pavin, and the last 2 games are going to be crucial. This is Nick Faldo. 16th. What is this for, John? Nick Faldo has got to hold putts. This is to square the match. No, and once again, every time, something just not right. He's not happy. And once again, he has to regroup and settle down, and this to square the match against Curtis Strange. Unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. It was a good putt, nothing wrong with the putt. It's still above ground, but there was nothing wrong with the putt. Curtis Strange concedes the 4. What is this now? So Nick Faldo missing the chance there to square the match with his 3, but Curtis Strange is not in the hole for 4 yet. Curtis Strange to halve the hole. He's got to hold this to stay 1 up on Nick Faldo. Well, hold. Well, that's not. Oh, it's coming round. It's coming round. That's Curtis Strange's third shot. He's got that for 4. Nick Faldo is in the bunker. And, well, there's not too much of green to work with. This is third shot. Well, he's inside Curtis Strange. He'll get an idea on the line from Curtis Strange's putt, but that off tape. Curtis Strange was off the green on the right-hand side and played his third shot to here. Nick Faldo out of the bunker to just inside Strange, and if Strange holds this, there's no way Faldo can win, and he's just missed. So Faldo has another chance to square the match. If Faldo could win the last 2 holes, if, and that's what the Ryder Cup is all about, and it's coming down to the wire again. I'm almost at the point where I have to look away when there's Jill Faldo, when Nick Faldo's putting, because I know how hard he is trying.
Which, in fact, I think could the problem lie. Whether you, I think all the stuff around you can disappear, and you know, it's times like this when, you know, all of that is in fact having a real effect on you, and you're trying so hard to make everything just right, and you're not letting the putting stroke happen. You're not letting the golf swing happen, and
I just wish he'd make up his own mind on these putts. That's a personal view, Bill. I think still it's worked before. We've seen him hold some good putts in this tie. Well hauled. The match is square. Nick Faldo has worked on his game so hard, harder than maybe anybody else. He's practiced harder than anybody else. He's practiced in order that moments like this under pressure, he can produce the shot that is required.
I think he's left.
Didn't kick
and
back.
I can tell you one thing, that side of the fairway has not been visited very often, which means the rough not trampled down. I expect he's got a very, very ugly looking lie. He is. Well, Curtis, here you are.
Well, I'll tell you this. The one place that Nick Faldo couldn't afford to be was in the rough.
Yeah. The right rough, there's been so much activity over there. You remember all the activity yesterday with Corey Pavin over there. It's trampled down. A likelihood of the ball sitting up. We watched one of the players able to get it all the way to the green. Curtis Strange.
They like it. It must be down the middle for Curtis Strange, and that's where he wanted it to be.
Yeah, that is straight down the middle.
Absolutely superb shot from Curtis Strange. Is there any chance at all, Bill?
No, he's just playing to the bottom of the hill. He's got a lofted club. He's just playing down to the bottom. Probably trying to leave himself some 80 or so yards to the pin. Gosh, this is not a good shot here.
Gosh, he's put it into the rough again.
Yeah,
this is hardly believe that Nick Faldo twice could play this 18th hole.
Everything quite possibly comes to that match right there. Wouldn't that be something?
We've got 3 games on the course. Walton is 3 up with 3 to play. Curtis Strange looking good to win the last hole against Nick Faldo and win that point. So it could all come down to Johansson against Mickelson. Just as it did at Kiowa, the last game between Irwin and Langer.
Curtis, much the same shot that he had. 1989 U.S. Open winner right here on this hole. Can he draw on that experience? I think so.
No. Well, that gives a life to Nick Faldo, and that's exactly what you don't want if you're an American supporter.
Gosh, that is just...
Bill, you collapsed in the chair.
Yeah, I just...
Now, if this third shot could go somewhere close to the pin, Bernard Gallagher will be more than happy.
Would rather be playing out of the fairway. His layup kind of in the short rough. Oh, looky here. Advantage, Nick Faldo.
What a shot by Nick Faldo. What a shot.
Has to play the ball way out to the right, ball up above his feet. And here we go.
Good shot. Good shot. It's below the hole and gives him a chance. That's from where Guilford holed for 5. Fred Couples likes it. Nick Faldo, who was in the rough off the tee and then in the light rough in 2, has played up to about 4 feet.
No, that's not going to do. You're moving 3 feet.
There was a time when you'd want nobody else but Curtis Strange hitting that drive for you on the 18th hole, nobody else hitting that iron shot, and nobody making this putt. So he's got his chance here as his captain's choice to come through. It's a tough putt. This looks almost not quite as long as the putt David Guilford made. Putt moves a little bit from right to left. Lanny Watkins may choose not to even watch.
Curtis Strange takes 5, and there's a chance for Nick Faldo to win a point despite having hit into the rough off the tee.
No.
But Faldo has the chance to win a point here to make it 13.5, 12.5. And remember, Philip Walton is 2 up with 2 to play. And if he could win 2, they need 14.5 points to win the Cup. They wanted to do it for Bernard Gallagher. He lost narrowly at Kiowa. He lost by 2 points at the Belfry. But the team came here this week determined to do it for Gallagher. The team captain who was so maligned, if you like, by Tony Jacklin. This for the point. And will the 18th hole become good for Nick Faldo? This for 4. Safely holed, and Nick Faldo wins the last 2 holes.
Give him all the credit. What a 4.
One down with 2 to play. And you've got to hand it to him for guts and courage and determination. We thought that perhaps he'd lost out, but he's in tears there, just as he was at Muirfield Village when he won the... Not Muirfield Village, Muirfield, the actual
Look
Muirfield.
at Seve Ballesteros.
Look at
crying.
Seve.
Look at this. What a comeback.
Isn't that amazing?
To watch another Ryder Cup video, click here and subscribe here.